Good morning, and thank you for this opportunity to share with you who and what CSL is to me. Back in November, when I was asked to speak, I jumped at the opportunity, especially when I heard what the monthly theme was going to be. This who and what is CSL. Over the course of this last year, I've had a couple of opportunities to be on two distinctly different sides of the receiving and being part of this community that we call CSL. I'll get to those in a moment. Who is CSL? Well, I have a pretty good idea of what CSL is to me, but in my thoughts of due diligence, during the course of this last month or 6 weeks, I've approached several of you, and during the course of our casual conversation, we inquired, what is CSL to you? And yet when I would ask, I continued to find myself nodding about, yeah, that's what it is to me too. This is, yeah. I was in whole concurrence, in unity with you. I tried to, and I might have erred. I tried to remember to let you know that my questions to you were designed for me to incorporate in my talk today. And I think I goofed up, and I may not have let some of you know that these were going to be your words. So let me apologize in advance if you're hearing your words coming from my lips. It wasn't by intent, it was solely by my omission. So I tender that. Please accept my apologies. The responses were both varied and consistent. And kind of an odd thing to try and grasp, but I'll hopefully lead you along this path as we go along. The folks that I was talking to, there was a consistent mention of the sense of community that we have with CSL. We have access to a variety of perspectives. We each bring something different. One of the things also was that it was easy to fit in at CSL. A lack of stifling. We're not held back here. And we're also free. We're free to let our guard down because we're in a safe spot. Those consistently came to me. So I need to share with you what these same things that I found myself nodding to, what they are for me. This sense of community that we talked about. This is, for me, it's being in the fellowship of curious, mindful, and spiritual people. The people that we have here, we're living wholeheartedly. We have those who are living wholeheartedly, and then we have many of us that are questioning to do so. That's one of the things that we have here at CSL. We come from a variety of perspectives. One of the perspectives that I have developed, I have concluded that the surest way of finding moderation is through excess. Our discovery of excess, it can take different forms. Like on New Year's Day, we can be feeling a little froggy, maybe a little queasy, and we've become aware that we've had a little excess on New Year's. Could be that on Halloween, maybe we rifle through the goodie treat bag and we wind up with a little bit of excess and go talk to Ralph because of our excess. So it's only through excess that one of the primary means that we can accomplish moderation is through our awareness of excess. Our excess doesn't need to be reviled. It doesn't need to be reviled. Our excess can be, and rightfully should be, that of life's lessons. We can incorporate everything that we do into our life to include our excesses. I might challenge us to all experience an excess of spirit, and we might be able to accomplish that here. I come to CSL for the variety of people and the experiences that we have here. If I want to visit about vets or veteranish type stuff, I can go see a vet. If I want to talk about the last show at the HAMPAC, the Pacific Arts Center, I can talk to these folks over here. If I feel the need for a deep philosophical conversation, I can seek those out also. I can wander over, I have a chance to do that. This idea that we espouse of coming, welcome all, this our open-armed embrace of people. Microphone, open arms. But this open embrace that we bring in Christianity, we bring in Judaism, we have Buddhism, Sufi, Wiccan, LGBT, science of mind. We join our spirits here, and we celebrate the traditions, the rituals of others, some already, and some yet to come. Some yet to come. Travel to other countries. We can go there with people who have gone and lived in these other countries. We have that resource available to us here at CSL. We participate with the traditions, the foods, the ceremonies, the meanings behind what it is that we too bring to the table. Easy to fit in. At CSL, we find it easy to fit in. I was raised in a Catholic family in Missouri. For the first 6 years of my life, I attended parochial grade school. It was a deal where we went to Mass every morning, and somewhere during the course of the day, we were going to be given religious instruction, well, Catholic dogma instruction. At some point during the day, we were going to be exposed to that. I recall, I think it was in the 4th grade. I was about 10 years old, and we were getting geared up to become confirmed in the Catholic faith. This confirmation, it's a big deal in the Catholic Church. It's confirming, it's supposed to be this flooding of the Holy Spirit and affirming our commitment to the Catholic faith. So it's a big deal. Well, as a confirmation candidate, I had to select a patron saint. There are somewhere between 2 and 10,000 saints that you get to choose from. This was before the days of internet, so. At 10 years old, my visualization of what a patron saint was going to be for me in my review of their historical life. And well, I was a layman. I chose Saint Isidore. I like the name of the name Isidore. I didn't know at the time he was Isidore was a big deal. It was the patron saint that I selected. Well, one of the other things that we had to do was we also had to select or ask an adult sponsor to be part of this. So you have to go and put on your big board shorts and go and ask some adult whether or not they would sponsor you. So I did that also. this is a big ceremony. You know, we bring the bishop in, and he comes in there and he tells us what all the confirmation. This is a big deal, and in order for it to be a big deal, they have to make a big deal of it. I was failing in the quizzes. I was faced with not being able to be confirmed in the Catholic Church. I was failing the quizzes. I wasn't able to adequately regurgitate the dogmatic principles of the Catholic Church. Yeah, I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to tell my family that they didn't need to worry about this confirmation. I didn't want to contact my adult sponsor and let him know that, don't worry about getting suited up. Yeah, you won't have to worry about reciting any lines that you've memorized over the course of years. Never mind. I didn't want to have to call my grandparents and tell them there was no sense in coming 350 miles one way to attend an event that wasn't going to occur. This idea of fitting in wasn't going to be easy. I didn't know at the time that it was in their best interest for everybody to get confirmed, and that it didn't matter. You know, they were going to continue to provide remedial quizzes all the time. Some threshold that was gradually getting lower and lower. I didn't know that at 10 years old. All I knew was that fitting in was getting to be really, really tough. I was able to fit in. I was able to be confirmed. And the bullets that I sweat were for naught. I think that they were a life lesson that I had yet to realize. The first time I came to CSL, it was while we were still over in the Commons. I saw a few people I knew from other places, other orders of living, other circles of living. And that was nice. When I heard the gathering song, it really piqued my interest. Such a simple, flowing tune. I was able to sing along almost immediately. At the end of the service, though, joining hands and singing the peace song, that is what hooked me. So I scurried away. Ran away until the next Sunday. I came back and, well, Danelle remains my first vivid memory about CSL. It was at the monthly potluck, and because I'm just trying to run out the door without being noticed, or just trying to fly under the radar, my normal MO. Danelle says, well, aren't you going to stay for potluck? There's plenty of food, even if you didn't bring it. Well, I begged off, and I went, well, that's okay. I'm gluten-free. Trying to get out the door. And Danelle says, oh, well, there's always gluten for you. So-and-so makes sure of that. So my barriers that I was trying to put up kept crumbling down. And I have been coming to CSL, well, I'll use the term, religiously, ever since. A lack of stifling. We get to be who we are. You know that is the absolute best way for us to be, right? Buddha tells us, be lamps unto yourselves. Be your own confidence. Hold the truth within yourself as the only truth. We have all led a life prior to coming to CSL. We have a great breadth of knowledge. We know what does and doesn't work. These talents gained through a lifetime of living, the skills that we have been honing our entire life, we lay these before others and encourage you to take advantage, to some of what CSL is. I think it's fun when we collectively get to apply our love, our passion, time, and efforts. One can probably do the job, but two or more, that makes it fun. Recently, we as a community were able to give a birthday present to one of our members. Their expressed birthday desire was to have leaves that had fallen in the yard raked up and placed in a compost pile for later use. The call went out almost immediately. You could hear the faint sound of bugles. Lunch for the participants was assured, and the bugle became less faint. The morning of, people started showing up on their steeds. There was Chevys, there were Kias, there were Fords, there were Dodges and Jimmys, a Toyota or two, and then more. The dragoons did dismount with weapons in hand, gloves, rakes, tarps, and more. The task at hand had scarcely lasted until lunch was ready. Our spirits joined as we used our labor to ease the way of one of us. Our lunch became a celebration of the unity of spirit, of the easing of another's life, and gazing at the results of our labor. That was so cool to get so much done in so little time, so many hands, such a fabulous joining of spirit and labor. At CSL, we're free to let our guard down. We can expose our vulnerabilities, and it's safe to do so. My involvement with CSL, limited though it is, I see vulnerabilities as a view into the soul. If we look at vulnerability as a wound, we can apply Rumi's wisdom. Where Rumi says, the wound is where the light enters you. We meet, sometimes for the only time during the week, and we expose our vulnerabilities. We find out that our weaknesses are another's strength. This joining of weakness and strength, our spirits that we bring together, form a brighter light. We're able to more greatly illuminate the darkness. Is this what it's like to have to pull the bra strap?
Yes.
If so, I'm gaining empathy. So we can expose our vulnerabilities, but breathe easy, friend. We realize that single light, not able to illuminate the darkness when joined with another, provides great light. When we open ourselves, when we show our vulnerabilities to gain the strength of those accompanying us, we also gain that light, the spirit of our companion. Together, we can accomplish much if the road becomes lighter, more easily borne. I'm good? Fabulous. It would only be appropriate if I were to share some of the 10 beliefs of the science of mind. It's in this monthly publication that comes out, it's in every one of them. And though I won't go through all of them, I will go through the initial part. We believe in God, the living Spirit, Almighty, one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but it is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. We believe that heaven is within us, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. There are more. I'm going to suspend my recitation and move to my conclusion. We've got this, I've enumerated several different aspects of what CSL is to us and to myself. A sense of community. I feel that at CSL, the Center for Spiritual Life, we are all on a quest of leading a fuller, richer, more satisfying life. To accomplish this, we, as an organization, we provide workshops, we facilitate discussions, we celebrate holidays, we help with community meals. We do many things that help us to lead a fuller, richer, more satisfying life. The variety of perspectives, the marvelously eclectic group of people that we rub shoulders with here, with our life exposures. Our love of life is what we have had thus far. We bring our own unique perspective of what living is, and we share when asked, and holster it when listening to others take on situations, as we know that life lessons are seldom learned at the time that school is in session. Only later on reflection. Easy to fit in. This place is scary. After living life under the radar, flying low and so as to not cause disruption, maintaining a quiet disagreement with mainstream thought and practice, to find a community of like-minded people, it's strangely scary. There are others out there? Yeah, right here. Crossroads. A lack of stiflement. For too long, in my case, the effort to suppress that what we know in our hearts, our souls, our spirit, has been tamped down, shut down, and shut up. Here, we recognize that the avenues for expression are a healthy alternative. Here, we can safely share ideas, arrive at conclusions, and breathe unoppressed. Free to let our guard down. We're encouraged to bring our fullness into our sphere of influence, sharing words of wisdom, of encouragement, enlightenment, and expression. Here, at the Center for Spiritual Life, our desire is for a spiritual, meaningful life. Hence, the name Center for Spiritual Life. Our Center for Spiritual Life is exactly what we made it. I've shared some of what it is to me.